Hello, welcome to Hands-on Art at Home. My name's Janet and I've been sharing lots of stories with you all during lockdown, and I'm ready to share another one today. Now I have a question for you. Have you ever been called a cheeky monkey? Really? Well, this story is all about a very cheeky monkey indeed. Here he is. He's even got a banana skin on his head. He's being so silly. This story is called Stop Monkeying Around. It was written by Christine Swift and illustrated by Sarah Wade. Are you ready to find out what this cheeky monkey is getting up to today? Here we go. Little Monkey was rarely quiet. He loved to play games, even though the other animals didn't always want to join in. Stop monkeying around, his mother said. But Little Monkey was a little monkey. Little Monkey was feeling playful, and he saw Elephant drinking at the waterhole. Stop monkeying around, howled Elephant. I'm trying to have a drink, while Monkey is swinging off his trunk. Goodness me. Snake was all curled up, wrapped around and around a tree branch, ready for an afternoon snooze. But Monkey thought it might be fun to swing on his tail, and I have to say, they do look a little bit like swings, don't they? Stop monkeying around, hissed Snake. But Monkey just laughed and carried on, swinging on his tail. Parrot was in the trees, ruffling his beautiful feathers. They are rather beautiful. Look at all those different colours. Absolutely gorgeous. What's Monkey doing? Little Monkey? Well, he just couldn't resist and he pulled a feather out of the parrot's tail. Stop monkeying around, squawked Parrot. That hurt. Leave me alone. Goodness me, he's a very cheeky monkey indeed. Tiger was playing with her cubs. Ooh, that looks like lots of fun, thought Monkey. So many people to play with. Monkey swung down, landed on Tiger's back, grabbing hold of her tail and pulled it. Well, I don't know if anybody's ever pulled your tail, but I don't think it could be very nice, really. Grrr. Stop monkeying around, growled Tiger, which actually frightened him just a teeny tiny bit. I don't think I'd like to pull the tail of a tiger. Poor Monkey felt sad. He had nobody to play with. Why didn't anybody want to play with him? Giraffe was too busy eating leaves from the tallest trees. Hippo, over here in the corner, was too busy bathing in the mud. Even the other monkeys were too busy preening themselves. Seems very strange. Little Monkey asked his mother for help. What can I do? Nobody wants to play with me. Well, why don't you make up a game you can play all by yourself? His mother suggested. Why don't you count some butterflies? Swing through the trees. So Little Monkey sat quietly by himself, and he counted butterflies. Shall we count with him? How many butterflies are there? There's 1, 2, a red one over here, 3, a purple one over here, 4, an orange one, 5, and a green one, 6 butterflies. He's counted all the butterflies. So then he counted the birds. He was upside down to do that because they're in the trees. So how many birds are there? Well, there's one with a lovely long tail, 2, 3, 4 little ones, and 2 perched in the tree. 4 add 2 is 6. So there are 6 birds. He's counted all the birds. Well done, little monkey. He even counted the insects crawling along the branch. There's a grasshopper and a wiggly worm. And I think, is that another grasshopper? Oh, in fact, there's lots of grasshoppers. There's 3 grasshoppers. 1, 2, 3. A caterpillar, a ladybird, and right in the background, a spider that's actually come right down from this tree here. So he is doing his best to keep himself busy with his counting. Little monkey swung past the parrot and past the tiger without pulling the tail, without pulling out any feathers. He swung through the branches past the snake, who was still snoozing. He even went right past the elephant. He went past the hippo, past the butterflies, because he'd already counted them, past the birds, already counted them, past the insects, already counted them, so he'd done his counting. Now he'd done all the swinging, all the things that his mother suggested, until... oops! He swung smack bang into another little monkey, just like him. Now there's a recipe for trouble. Oh my goodness. How wonderful that they found each other, because now there were 2 little monkeys swinging through the trees. But this time, they didn't bother anyone else. They were having too much fun playing together. Isn't that wonderful? And here they are, having some time together. Fantastic. I wonder if you did any monkeying around today. What have you been up to? Well, the next thing that we're going to be getting up to together is a painting activity. And I thought we would paint some monkeys. How about that? Yeah, so we're going to need to get our equipment together. We're going to need to get some paint and brushes, and you guessed it, we need a hand and a cloth to clean our hand with, because I don't know if you're anything like me, you make lots of mess. And then perhaps once you have done the painting, if you'd like to paint some more monkeys, well, we've got monkeys at the studio. Yes, we have. We've got a little ceramic monkey that you could come and collect and decorate it with glazes, and we'll make it go all super, super shiny. Or you could decorate it with foam clay, which is fabulously squishy stuff that you press on. We've got examples of that on our website. Or you could even paint a picture of a monkey on anything you like, maybe a money bank or a mug or a plate. There's just so much to choose from. While you're thinking about that, you need to go and get all of the art materials ready for our painting activity today. I'm going to put a little reminder up on the screen. I'm going to count to 3, and I want all of you little monkeys to go and get all the equipment. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, off you go! Welcome back. Have you got everything ready for our painting activity? Got your brushes and your paints and your water pot and your cloth? Me too, and I'm very excited about painting a monkey. So I'm going to use a lovely dark chocolate brown colour for my monkey, my first monkey, because there were 2 in the story at the end, so I thought we'd paint 2 so they could play together. So I'm going to paint my hand. Because we always start with a hand, I'm going to paint my hand a lovely chocolate brown colour. Get lots and lots and lots of it. But just for once, I'm not going to paint the thumb. And you'll see why in just a little minute. So I'm going to pop that down and then press my hand onto the paper. Give it a really good press. There we go. Get my cloth so I can clean all that off my hand. I think I'm going to have a good old wash up later to get all of this paint from in between my fingers. Now, as ever, we've got a little bit missing from my grown-up hand. Just going to fill that in. There we are. Now then, it doesn't look very much like a monkey at the moment. So the next thing that it needs is his head. So I'm going to use my brush and paint a lovely big round circle just here. There we are, because this monkey is upside down in a tree. So to turn him into a monkey, we need a lovely long tail. I'm going to dip a thinner brush into the paint and I'm going to give him a lovely long monkey's tail. There we are. I really rather like that. Now to turn him into a monkey, I need to change the shape of his face slightly, and I'm going to use a lighter colour as well so that it will show up. So he's upside down, so I've got my lighter brown mixed up. Now to make a lighter brown, you can either add white to the brown you've already got, or you could even add yellow to make it lighter instead, to make it slightly different. And did you know, if you haven't got any brown paint, if you mix red and yellow and blue together, you'll get brown. You just have to keep mixing a little bit more of each one until you get the colour you want. So with my monkey's face, because he's upside down, we're going to go round and paint an oval shape first. Like that. So it's an oval shape. And then another semicircle on top. So it's an oval shape with a semicircle. And I need to put plenty of paint on so that it shows up for you. There we are. So there's an oval shape here, and then a semicircle underneath that. And we're going to let that dry before we carry on and add in the eyes and his nose, his nostrils. But we can use the same colour to put the branch that he's hanging from. So I'm going to dip that brush back into the paint and I'm going to put a branch going all across like that. There he is. The branch needs to be quite thick so that he doesn't snap it and fall out of the tree. Maybe there'll be another little bit of the branch going down like that. Another bit of branch going up. There we are, hanging in a tree. What else do you think we might need to make it look more like a tree? How about some green leaves? So to make it look more like a tree, I'm going to get my green paint. And I want lots of leaves, so I'm going to put all my fingers into the paint. 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers, so that I can have lots of leaves very quickly all over the place. Don't forget my little finger. Fabulous. And I could even have some yellow leaves as well, just to jazz it up a bit. Wouldn't want it to be boring. So all of those fingers again, all 4 fingers into the yellow paint, and anywhere you like. Don't worry about it, and just keep going until the paint has run out on your finger. Oh, I've got paint on my little finger as well, need to use that up. There we are, lots and lots of leaves for him to hide in. There we go. So now he needs 2 eyes. So I need some white paint. And just my little finger, pop it in the white paint. Not too much because we want it to dry so we can put the coloured bit in as well. So we're going to put 2 eyes, 1, 2. So he's looking out at you. And then he needs 2 nostrils. So I'm going to use the wrong end of a brush, dip it into the black paint, and give him 2 lovely nostrils so he can smell everything that's around him. If he wants to find some fruit, he needs to be able to smell that lovely, lovely sweet smell of the bananas. I'm sure those are his favourite. Then there is our monkey hanging in the tree. We'll come back and we will put the pupils in his eyes afterwards. But for the minute, there he is hanging around waiting for his friend to turn up. And who's this? This is going to be his friend. So we've got a handprint, and then we're going to do a footprint monkey. Yes, it is my foot. If you've been watching some of our other videos, you will have seen the proof. So I'm going to pop this one up here with his friend. In fact, I think just for the moment, we'll take the swinging monkey down and we'll concentrate on this one. So to turn this one into a monkey, first of all, he needs a lovely long tail so he can join his friend and swing in the trees. So up and round, and there's his tail. And then we need to do the oval shape. Sort of that shape, that's the sort of shape for this part of his face. And then we need a semicircle for the top of his face. So let's get those painted in. So we've got the oval. Lots of paint on there so that it shows up. Put it on nice and thickly. There's the oval. And then we'll put the semicircle on top. So there we are, we've got the oval going that way and the semicircle on the top. And I think with this one, I'm going to give him a lovely light brown tummy. So I'm going to paint his tummy in. I'm going to use up all that lovely light brown that I've mixed with my brown and my yellow and a little bit of white. So much fun to make your own colours instead of just relying on what's in the tube. There we are, he's got a lovely big tummy. And I could even put a little bit of the light brown on his toes. Just to make him a little bit more interesting. Now, how many of you are sitting there saying, you've forgotten something? It doesn't look like a monkey. There's something really, really important missing from both of them. Let's have a little look at this monkey and see if you can work out what it is. What's missing? He's got arms, he's got legs, he's got feet, he's got a tail, he's got a head, he's got a face. It's his ears that are missing. Let's get those ears painted on. Another semicircle. Lovely big ears so that he can hear everything that's going on in the forest. So this one's got ears. We need to give the one that's hanging in the tree some ears. How silly. How could you possibly forget the ears? There we are. That's better, isn't it? Looks a bit more like a monkey now. So the next thing to do is to pop the pupils on the eyes. Just make sure those are dry. And let's get the end of our brush to dip it into the black paint. Pop it on there. And there's our first cheeky monkey, looking straight out at you from his swinging tree. And then we need to put his friend, make sure we can see them both, put his friend on here as well. There we are. And he needs some eyes too. So I'm going to use my little finger, dip it in the white paint, and go 1, 2. I need to give him some nostrils so that he can seek out those bananas. Oh, the black doesn't want to stick. Let's try again. And there they are, 2 cheeky monkeys playing together in the jungle. Of course, we could carry on the branch coming across here and add lots more leaves to make it much more interesting, and so that they can hide away and they can maybe surprise people, because that would be very cheeky. Well, I would love to see your paintings of the monkeys. I wonder which one you'll choose to do. Will you do the handprint or will you do the footprint? Maybe you'll do both. In fact, maybe you could do a whole family. I wonder if Mummy and Daddy would let you paint their hand or their foot. So you could have a Mummy and a Daddy monkey, and then yours as well. You could have a family of monkeys. That would be awesome. You must send me a photo of that one. If you're not sure where to send your photos, you can pop them on our Facebook page, or you could even email them to me, and then I can do that for you. But it would be so lovely to share all of the cheeky monkeys at Hands on Art. Here's a little reminder of where to put them. And don't forget, we've got lots of other art and craft activities for you to join in with. If you just pop onto our website and go to the click and collect page, you'll see all of the pottery and all of the craft packs that we've got. I have had such a lovely time sharing our story with you today. Thank you so much for helping me paint my monkeys. And I will see you again next time. Bye bye now.